right, we're back for our weekly segment with Rick Mauch from the Burlington Record in the news.
Hey,
Today,
man.
good to see you. It's Wednesday the 21st. Almost the end of
Wow.
April. Hard to believe. Want to hear what's coming in the paper and if we have breaking news.
How did we get 21 days into April?
It's amazing. I can't believe it's almost over.
Wow. You know, I've golfed one time in April.
Yeah, the weather's been weird. Like
And
we
I
were
had to
just
go to
talking
Denver
about.
to do that.
Yeah,
So-
it hasn't been good. So hopefully we turn the corner on this and we're done with snow.
I hope so.
I mean, I want the moisture, but I don't want to see wheat freeze. I mean, it impacts our business being, doing installs outside. So
yeah, you're right. There's a lot more to it than me just being able to get out and play golf. We love the snow. My wife and I do. It's one of the reasons we moved here. I think I told you our daughter lives in the Denver area, so we've been coming up here ever since 2014. And one of the reasons was we would love to come up during the winter and take in the snow and the mountains and everything. And it's one of the reasons we moved here, because the snow and what have you. But I'm ready to golf, and we should. Governor, I'm appealing to you. Okay, listen to me. Make it a state mandate that it cannot snow after March 31st.
hey, there you go.
Under any circumstances.
We'll see if Governor Bullis can pull it off.
Forget meat day, forget the mask, forget all the other stuff. It just cannot snow after March 31st.
If
Okay?
only he had that power.
I'll wear a mask and I'll eat barbecue every day of the year.
No more
What's
snow.
that? That's not a problem. I love barbecue.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just don't snow after March 31st. I'm ready to golf.
Yeah, I'm ready for it to end.
But I hadn't thought about the other part. I mean, we're getting ready for the wheat harvest and everything, and this extended snow can't be good for that. I wouldn't think.
It's the temperature.
Yeah.
Because you saw this week we're down in the 20s a few times, and you
Yeah.
start to worry it's going to get the wheat freeze.
Now we are going to get up to 80 Sunday and Monday. Then we'll drop back down into the 50s, I think, and hopefully we'll have a little leveling off after that, and we start seeing what we should see this time of the year. But it's going to be
looking
chilly
better
today, and then start warming back up. Lot of stuff in the paper this week. A lot of stuff on our website. We had we had, of course, with the Derek Chauvin announcement yesterday, we had a busy afternoon getting that on there and getting the family's reaction, getting a reaction from some of our state officials, including the Attorney General. That was huge. We don't have anything on that in the paper. Because it just broke too late for us to be able to do something with it, and plus that is a difference between our website and the paper. And I've had people ask, well, what is the difference? Well, one of the that's a difference. A national story is more likely to be found on our website than it is in the paper. The paper focuses more locally, regional, and yes, a lot of state stuff as well, but national stories. More likely you're going to find them on the website, unless it's something national that does affect us here. And you could make the argument that what happened with Derek Chauvin does affect us here, because it affects everybody. We've talked about it before. There's a problem that's got to be fixed, and I think this was a baby step in the right direction. And I don't mean to offend anyone who's out there going, well, I think it was a giant step. No, I don't think it was a giant step. I think it was a positive step. I think it was a correct step, but there's so many more problems that we have to address, and I do think it was a good step, but we can't rest. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, and one of the things that needs to be fixed, I'll be honest with you, is the perception that if you're a cop, then you've got something bad inside of you. No, that's not true. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. 99% of the cops out there are good people doing the job because they want to protect people. But you got to forget, you got to remember, there's a lot of police officers in this nation. And if only 1 or 2% of them are bad, that's still a lot of bad people.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near the amount of good police officers. And we have got to We have got to get that distinction down, and I think this yesterday took a step in that direction. That no matter how great the profession is, and being a police officer is a great profession. It's an honorable profession. It's, you know, I've known a lot of police officers in my time. I know a number of the ones here. And, you know, it is a great and honorable profession. I've been very fortunate in that I have not met any cops of the Derek Chauvin variety.
Right.
And I hope I never do. But sadly, they are out there, just like there are people in my business who do bad things, just like there are people in every business that do bad things. And we just have to find them, fix it, and move forward. And I think we're in a position where, again, it was a baby step, but I think that that was a big step yesterday. So kudos to our local law enforcement. Again, they're not of the Derek Chauvin ilk, and I do want to stress that you can count on the local law enforcement here in Burlington to do the right thing. Chief Hill is a terrific guy, always extremely helpful on anything I need. Travis Belton, who's about to take over, I don't know him that well, but he seems like a great guy, and I think he's going to be easy to work with as well. So I think locally we're in good hands.
I agree.
Yeah. A lot of stuff in the paper this week. The front page, Burlington High School Theater returned. And,
that's good.
I went to their production on Sunday, and it was great just to be at a theater and just to see a live performance.
What did they perform?
They performed a show called Murder Mystery at the Murder Mystery, which actually had an interesting plot. It was about a community theater group that was trying to get its show completed, but at the end of every rehearsal, or during every rehearsal, it seemed someone was turning up dead. The lights would go out and someone would die.
Good for them.
Yeah, it was great. I love seeing young people get into the arts. And
how long was that production?
It was a couple hours.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a couple hours well spent. It was fun.
Good.
Good kids. And like I said, I come from an arts background. I actually went to college on a theater scholarship. I'm glad to see that the arts are returning. I think Nikki out at Old Town is going to start bringing back the gunfighters and the can dancers. I'd love to see a community theater. I don't know if we ever had one in Burlington before. I know we've had dinner theaters and things. I know Ray had a community theater that shut down when COVID hit, but I'd love to see a community theater come back. And
that's an interesting idea.
And yes, I have been in discussions with someone about that. It's in the very, 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 very preliminary stages, but I do welcome any ideas that people might have. But it was good. It was really good to see theater back. And by the way, this is what our front page looks like this week. This is a picture from the theater performance. On the, I guess it'd be the right. On the right here, this is Courtney's backyard. And you can see last Thursday, a lot of snow. By Sunday, a lot of sunshine. And then back Monday, we had more snow. So good old Colorado.
Sunshine, and then snow, and then 80, and then 15.
Good old Colorado. I tell you what, even if it snowed year-round here, I would still take Colorado over anywhere else. We just have a beautiful state. Going up to the mountains, my wife and I get up there at least once a month. It helps having family up there, of course. But it's just, we have an absolutely gorgeous state. And not just the mountains. People think of Colorado and they think, oh, yeah, those mountains are beautiful. Well, they are. But the plains are also.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, driving back from the mountains, sometimes you see snow on the plains, and it's gorgeous. It's just this big white blanket. I've told people many times, like I am now, the plains are very, very beautiful as well. We have a COVID update. And again, it's good. We did have a slight increase over the 2-week span from April 6th to the 20th. Our positivity rate rose from 4.2 to 4.9.
Not much. Okay.
But the second week of that, it was a little more under control. So overall, 4.9 is a slight uptick, but the second week of that period, if I'm understanding this correctly, there was a little leveling off, and still we're green. We're in good shape.
Good deal.
I don't know if we're the safest county in Colorado, but I would go as far as to say we're probably one of the safest. That doesn't mean we shouldn't still take precautions. Again, don't go hugging everybody and kissing everybody unless, of course, you're married to them or their significant other or something. Even then, check with them, because trust me, our significant others and wives don't always want to be hugged and kissed. If you're watching, honey,
have a good day.
Let's change subjects. Ken Buck is going to run for a 5th term in Congress. And we have a native son from Bethune. See if anyone remembers the name Claude Adolph. He's a retired physical education teacher from Bethune. He has written a book.
Really? About what? Fiction, nonfiction?
It is a
biography, autobiography.
Well, it says his book was inspired by what he feels was an inspiration from God. Apparently, he woke up one morning with one word that compelled him to sit down and write his book. The word was recess. And
that's interesting. So that's going to be in there.
That is interesting. And then, of course, here's a picture of him. It's small, and there's a copy of the book called Recess.
Wow.
It's short stories is what it is. It's a compilation of short stories that are inspired largely by his time as a teacher in Bethune.
I bet that's going to be really cool.
You know what? I haven't read it yet. Lucky's got it, and I do want to.
Did he self-publish that, or is it published? Or
I would imagine he's self-published.
Good for him.
You know, a lot of writers are doing that now.
Yeah.
I have a friend back in Texas who, for years, he's a gardening expert, and maybe you've heard of him. His name is Neil Sperry, but I don't know how popular Neil is in these parts, but in Texas, he is the gardening expert. Which is weird that we're friends, because I don't know a thing about gardening except eating whatever comes out of it. And then you have to tell me, don't eat the flowers.
Right.
But for years, he was published. He had publishers coming after him, and they were published. And he got to a point where he said, Rick, I self-publish now because I have control.
Yeah.
And he said, it's just...
Well, I think technology has made that way easier. How people get it. You can self-publish on Amazon and get it on Kindles. And it's pretty neat.
And, it's coming out of his own pocket. But trust me, I don't know from experience, but my guess would be if you are an established name, you probably are going to get a little bit of a break, whereas, good old Rick's probably not. But that's okay. But a lot of writers have gone to self-publishing. This is big. You can now text 911.
That's right.
In Kit Carson County. I didn't know that you couldn't already. I just assumed that you could, but apparently, and it's not unique to here. We just happen to be one of the ones able to do it now. But apparently, previously, it had to be a call. It had to be a voice call. But now you can text 911 to and get a response. So that's big. Just a couple of other things, throughout the paper. The high school has a concert coming up on the 29th at 7 p.m. Again, another chance to get back out.
Right.
Probably, well, It's at 7. Yeah, I'll probably be back from Brush in time to go to that. You and I talked about having to take a day off to go up to Brush to play a round of golf. It is work related.
For the paper.
It is work related. It's for the Explorer magazine, and somebody's got to do it. So, but the high school is doing a concert on the 29th. We have something in here about this very program that we're doing now.
I think you told me that. Thank you very much. Right. That's awesome.
Right here.
A little extra about Burlington on the spot.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is a terrific program. And I don't say that just because I'm on here. It's better because I'm on here. But
you're one of our recurring guests, man. So it's doing good.
No, Troy does a tremendous job with Burlington on the spot. And the guests that you have, they're just really interesting, man. You have a way of picking individuals who have something to say, have something significant going on, and it's just a real interesting program that
thank you
put together here.
And I enjoy when we do this weekly.
I love this. I do.
It's good to talk about the news and find out what's going on.
And it's important for the community to know these things. Yep. Not just what's going in the paper or what's on the website, but like Linda Shaw was mentioned a while ago. She has a new book coming out. And you know, the water, we talked a little bit recently about the water situation, and you had a guest on about that. So yeah, I mean, you're on top of things.
We got a couple good ones coming up too. So
good deal. Burlington Library is offering a creative writing group. It started today, in fact, at 10 o'clock. Neat. I'm excited about that. I am.
Is that for all ages, or is it geared towards kids? Or?
It's geared mostly toward adults and high school students, but it's an opportunity for people to, like today they were discussing poetry. My own son actually was interested in going to this because he's interested in perhaps becoming a screenwriter one day. And so it's just an opportunity for people to show up and discuss their favorite works, anything they might have done themselves. The way I described it in the paper is, maybe you want to be the next Hemingway, or maybe you just wrote a little something and you want to see what other people think about it. This is the place to go. I like it because, I'm a writer, but also writing challenges our minds, just like going to the theater does, just like going to this concert I just mentioned. Anytime you can get out and take in the arts, you're experiencing something that challenges your thought process. It challenges your inner being, if you will. I love movies that, now don't get me wrong, I love a good action movie. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning Monday night watching an old Kurt Russell action movie because I couldn't sleep.
Which movie?
Actually, it was Death Proof. It was Quentin Tarantino's.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar.
Yeah, it was Quentin Tarantino's part of the Grindhouse film that came out. So I love a good action movie, but I really love a movie that when I leave, I can talk about it with other people, and the conversation will go on for a couple hours. You go get coffee and you talk about it, or the next day you're talking about it. And that's what this writing group is. It's an opportunity for people to talk and be mentally creative.
Well, and I love that you're bringing all these events that are coming up, because it's just cool letting people know about all these things that are coming up. Everyone's getting back out there. We've got that group. It's good.
We've got to tell people about Joyce's retirement celebration. She retired April 9th.
Right.
There is a retirement celebration that the public can attend. It is April 24th, which is this Saturday, from 2 to 5 p.m. at First St. Paul's Lutheran Church. So most everyone around here knows Joyce, and I know she would love the opportunity to say farewell to you one more time. She's not going anywhere. She's still around. You're going to see her. She's just going to be more of a grandma now instead of the Burlington record photographer. But that's Saturday, and I think Joyce would enjoy that.
Awesome.
A couple of other quick hits. I know we're short on time here, but the High Plains Knowledge Bowl finished second in the state. That's big. Stratton Liberty Volleyball, they stay on a roll. They're 12-0 after last night.
Wow. Every week you come back, you tell us that they won again. So where are they at now?
Well, they actually slipped a spot in the state rankings, which is ridiculous.
That's
sorry.
Bizarre after you're undefeated and you had another win.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a tiny 30-second rant here. I don't understand being ranked number 3 in the state. They have now beaten 4 state-ranked opponents, 3 on the road.
Wow.
And they fell a spot in the state rankings. And that, I'm sorry, Chasa, that was...
Doesn't make sense.
That was, I'm going to pull out the S word here. I think that was stupid. But either way, they're probably going to host a regional.
Good for them.
And Flagler may also be in that same regional with them. So we'll have, even though we don't really cover Flagler that much here because Flagler has a great paper of its own, we will pick up some things with Flagler, and I imagine us and Tom will probably share in that coverage. But that'll be cool to have 2 local teams playing in a regional right down the road. And Stratton Liberty's got a chance to win state, not just to make it to the Final Four, but they've got a real chance to win state, which, by the way, has now been moved to back to Colorado Springs. It was going to be in Loveland, but they moved it. They announced today they're moving it to Colorado Springs because the Broadmoor Arena holds more people.
Oh, okay. When is that? Do we know what the dates are?
Yeah, they moved it back a couple of days. It's going to be May 12th and 13th.
That's coming up then.
So, yeah, it was going to be in Loveland. My wife is disappointed about that because she absolutely loves Loveland and the sculpture gardens and such. Colorado Springs is nice too. Any place is nice if you're going to bring home a state championship.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you can go to El Paso and play it if you win a state championship. Nothing against El Paso, but you're not Colorado, so.
Nope.
We are looking for sports alumni. See, right here.
Okay.
So if you know someone who's playing in college who is a former local athlete, let us know. And that's about, that's the highlights. Northwest Tech is launching a women's wrestling program, which we have, Stratton Liberty actually has a really good female wrestler who went to state this year. And so that's good to see that they're expanding their sports over there to include women's wrestling. And last but not least, we have a really cool photo page today. It's from Kit Carson County 4-H archery
look at that.
shooting.
That's cool.
Yeah, it really is. Joyce did an amazing job with the photo pages. Now Courtney has picked it up and is continuing to do a great job. So a lot of good stuff in the Burlington Record this week. Can't thank people enough for being subscribers. Our Come Back to Us subscription drive has been a big success. And if you got something in the mail, it's not something where you can come to us and say, I want to do that. We have to have sent you something. But if you are a former subscriber and you've got something in the mail, don't just throw it away. It is worth something, because the way it works is if you subscribed to us before and for whatever reason you went away, if you come back to us, we will give you a discount, plus we'll give you a Burlington Cougar card, a little Cougar card that they sell. That's good, like restaurants all over here in Goodland. That's a $20 value. We'll give you a discount on the paper. So basically, what you wind up getting the paper for a year for like $25.
That's awesome.
Like that.
Good.
And we do have more. Subscription drives that'll be in the works. It might not happen until the fall, but we're hoping it'll involve the Cougar card again. If the school keeps getting them, which I assume they will,
right,
we will continue to make that part of our promotion. And if you don't live locally, we've got you covered too, because if you lived here and you moved away but you still want to get it, we'll give you a card to McDonald's. We know there's a McDonald's in your neighborhood, no matter where you live. So if you want to return to us as a subscriber, and if you were a former subscriber and you didn't get something in the mail, call us. Say, hey, I subscribed to you guys, but I stopped 2 years ago. Well, we'll look up your address. We'll figure it out. We'll send you something, and you come back. And I'm proud to say we've had an impressive number of people return. We've had well over 20% come back to us.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats.
And we're also going to reach out to people who have never subscribed.
Good.
That promotion is coming as well, and it'll be very similar. Hey, subscribe to us, you get a discount, you get this card, you see what all we do. Thank you very much if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hey, we've got our arms open. We can't hug you because of COVID, but we'll do a virtual hug, blow you a virtual kiss.
Come on back.
Come on back. Come join us. Be sure and check out our website. A lot of stuff going on there daily. If it's happening and it's big, it's on the Burlington Record website. So
good. Hey, I got one more thing.
Yeah.
So Saturday, the Cub Scouts are doing their ham and bean feed, and we didn't do it last year because of COVID. But basically, so if anyone knows anyone in the community that's a Cub Scout, they're selling tickets.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and then so what that does is it's the biggest fundraising event for that troop.
Okay.
So that's Saturday at the community center, and there's more information coming out on Facebook, but just wanted to toss that out there.
And I also want to stress too, especially with Joyce having retired, and we are looking at what we're going to do with that position, who will come in, but no one has come in yet. Obviously, we can't just take anybody.
Right.
Joyce was very talented, and there are some talented people out there. So once we start moving forward, but especially for now, take pictures, send them to us. This event Saturday is a perfect example. Get some pictures, send them to us. Send them to me at rmauch@prairiemountainmedia.com. And it doesn't, our philosophy at the paper is if you go somewhere, take pictures. I went up to the mountains a couple of weeks ago and got some really cool stuff. It's pretty generic stuff, but it's stuff that it works anywhere. And so if you've got an event going on, if your family is having some kind of event, take that picture, send it in to us. Everybody's a photographer today if you've got one of these, and everybody's got one of these.
Right.
So, and these things take really good pictures.
Yeah, those cameras have gotten amazing.
So snap those pictures, send them in to us. We want them. We want videos too. We'll put videos up on our website. So,
okay,
just help us out here, and we've got, in my opinion, the best weekly paper in the world, and help us keep it that way. Be a part of the team.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming in again, and we'll see you next Wednesday, and we'll do another segment. And I hope everyone has a good week and a good weekend. Enjoy the 80-degree weather.
Council meeting next week, right?
Yep, next Monday night.
Yeah, might have some fun
there
stuff.
Could be some news. We'll see.
You never know.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, people.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.